Hey everybody, this is a collection update, this is an early Christmas present. This was a Christmas present for my parents, and it is a Gerstner chest. It's a chest that I've wanted for probably about 5 years. But the idea is that it's a really well-made, handmade wooden chest, and it's very similar to the machinist chest. In fact, it is the same thing as a machinist chest from the early part of the 20th century. And the idea was that a machinist could take and put a bunch of little small pieces in here, keep them nice and orderly, and take the case around with him. It's made of 1/2-inch oak, and so it's relatively light but still quite sturdy. There's a green felt inside, there's the chromed hardware, looks really nice. There's these end caps that always tell you that it's a machinist chest. This is actually a Gerstner International, which means that it was made in China. The design is the same as the Gerstner chests that are made in the United States, and then the cost is probably, I think it's probably at least half, maybe 1/3 the price of the American-made ones. The American-made ones are very nice. I've seen both. This is quite nice as well. But I couldn't justify. I mean, basically, it's just storing a collection, and that's really what's happened. That a lot of the Gerstner chests that are out there, and the Gerstner chests that are being bought today, aren't being used by machinists, but they're using to store collections. The reason why is that they're just a really good way of storing a collection. It looks nice, it's really functional, and so I wanted to walk you through the collection of knives and flashlights and multi-tools that I have as of December 2014. And so the first drawer up is flashlight drawer, and so we have a couple different flashlights. This is, let's see if I can get it to focus. This is the Steve Koo designed 40DD, and it's a small, super small cell flashlight, and it's got a about 60 lumen output, and it runs a QTC through the back of the flashlight to give you variable output. This is my Mushan Aeon Mark II. It's a really nice small titanium flashlight. This is the MBI Holy Flashlight Round, and it uses a really nice sort of clock face interface in the back. This is the probably the single most expensive piece of gear I own, which is the Spy 007 flashlight, and it is really quite amazing. I got this used, and it has a couple of swirl marks on there. That just means that I haven't been afraid to carry it, and it's great. It's really nice. This is one of the benchmark pieces that I have, and it is the Phoenix PD22. I got this at REI, and I got it so that I could have some sort of baseline to compare other gear to. And I got this one because this is pretty readily available. I don't like this light all that much. This is the Peak Eiger. Then it has the Prometheus pocket clip and the momentary on. This is the Machismo Haiku. This is the HDS Rotary 200. This is one of my favorite flashlights. It's just so good. This is the EagleTac TX25C2. This is a beast of a light, and it runs 18650, and it's over 1,000 lumens. It's great. So let's move over to the multi-tools. The multi-tools are a little bit easier. Let's see if I can get this to work. So the first multi-tool that I have is, of course, the Alox Cadet. This is a really nice little thin Swiss Army knife. This is a custom Alox Pioneer. This is done by Sackmotter, and it has a couple of additions. So first of all, instead of the typical pins that you see on a Swiss Army knife, this has Torx bits, Torx fasteners, so you can easily disassemble it if you need to. It also has this pocket clip, which makes it different than a standard Pioneer. And finally, it has what I think are the best scissors on a multi-tool. The normal Pioneer does not come with scissors, and so I had Sackmotter add scissors and then anodize hard anodize the scales blue, and I think the end result is a beautiful, beautiful knife. This is another tool that I have as a benchmark, sort of like the Phoenix PD22, and it is the Leatherman Wingman, and it is a great great cheap multi-tool. Unlike the Phoenix PD22, I actually like this. That thing drives me nuts. This is probably my oldest piece of EDC gear, other than a couple things that I was given for my grandfather. And this is the Skeletool CX from Leatherman. And this is the old Skeletool CX, so it has the serrated edge on the 154 cm blade. This is a modified Swiss Army knife, and it was done by Bushido Mosquito, and it has this really nice titanium over-the-top pocket clip. It has a little tiny pair of scissors. This is actually a Rambler, and it has a tritium insert. As you can see, I carry it a lot. There's lots and lots of scratches. This is a Leatherman PS4 Squirt. My son gave me this for Father's Day, and the first Father's Day he was born. This is a Leatherman Style PS, and this is the tool that I take when I'm traveling on an airplane, because it doesn't have a blade, so you can, in theory, be safe taking it. This is the only one-piece multi-tool I still own. Well, I take that back. I have one other. This is the Gerber Shard, and as you can see, I carried it quite a bit. It is really good, especially for the money, and the fact that it has a 3 driver is awesome. So that's the multi-tool and flashlight drawer. And I will slide this back into place. I'm going to put some beeswax on these runners. They're a little tight for the factory. And this is my knife drawer. As you can see, I kind of have them set up so that they're in size. I don't know why I did that. It just was the thing that I felt like doing. This is the Case Mini Trapper. This is from the 1930s. This is my grandfather's first knife. And it's still pretty sharp. So, Case Mini Trapper. This is the Spy Fox Spyderco Fox Cutlery collaboration, and it is a great little knife with an N690 blade. It's quite a classy gentleman's knife. This is one of my favorite knives, probably my favorite knife. I don't know, it's either that or the Dauntless. But this is the ZDP 189 Spyderco Dragonfly 2. This is the Spyderco Techno. I love this knife. It's got great stonewash. And then I took a blue lanyard to match the blue backspacer, and I put the edge observer clip on it. And this is one hell of a blade. It's just great. Great fit and finish. This is the Indian River Jack in smooth bone with CPM 154 blade steel, and this is a great knife. Woo, one of my favorite knives, and it is quite a slicer. Up here we have the the Fellholter Dauntless, the compact Dauntless, and this is a great knife. This is one of my favorite knives I own. It's either that, or, like I said, it's either that or the Dragonfly. Perfect knife. This is another custom. This is a Charles Gudradis Small Pathfinder Flipper, and this knife is really pretty. Again, I carry everything I have, so you can see there's some scratches on the bolster, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. It just fires. Ooh, so good. The next knife is another custom, and this is a Steve Carroll SCS. It's a really cool, fun blade shape, big, giant, thick, fat knife, but Steve does such a good job of putting a grind on it. It is ridiculously sharp. This is a great 3-finger blade, and then you have the lanyard on there. It just sort of makes the whole thing much easier to use, and it's quite smooth. Let me see if I can. There we go. You can easily flip it out. Pretty good. Look at the lockup on this. Woo! So early. I'm not an early lockup guy. I don't think I need it, but that's a really early lockup. This is one of my favorite knives that I've recently got, and this is the John Graham Mid-Tech Stubby Razel, and boom. Boom! Just shoots out there. It's so good. I love the pocket clip. Not only does the pocket clip really work, but it sort of gives you a little extra grip, kind of like a parrot's beak on this knife. Great knife. These are my bigger knives. This is a Elmax Paramilitary 2 sprint run that was done for Bento Box Shop. And then it has a Casey Lynch over-the-top pocket clip. This is a great pocket clip. This is a really awesome version of the Spyderco Paramilitary, which is itself one of my favorite knives. It's a great knife. This is my favorite big EDC knife, and it's the Benchmade 940-1. It's a carbon fiber handle, S90V blade. It's smoother than shit. It's just incredible. And then you got those bright blue barrel back spacers, which are awesome. This is a modified knife. It is the Boker Quaken, and they did Bauer Blade Works did the Dietzmann, and then he did the JG10. I figured that it looked nice next to that, so I got it that way. And this blade rockets out. It is definitely the smoothest knife I have. It's really effortless, incredible, just great job. This is a knife that I have as a benchmark. And this is one of the readily available benchmarks. This is the Cryo G10 Black Wash, and it is great. You can get it at Dick's. It's a non-catalog item. You can get it at Dick's. I think you'll probably get it at Cabela's. But man, for 20 bucks, you are going to be really hard pressed to beat this knife. It is just that good. Darn good little knife. This is definitely my favorite fixed blade, and this is the Kyle Versteeg Imp, and I have used this knife quite a bit, as you can see there, and man, is this thing insane. This is the sharpest knife I have. You can take paper and just chop cuts, slice big chunks of paper off freehand, and then if you take the paper and you drop it, if it hits perfectly perpendicular to the blade, it'll go in, you know, half-inch, quarter-inch, just on the way to the paper. It's a really awesome knife. Awesome knife. This is a knife that TT Pocket Works designed, or that TT Pocket Works made, and that I designed, and I've wrapped the handle with paracord. One of the really cool things about the way that TT Pocket Tools set up the sheath was you can pop it off with one hand, and then you're ready to go. It's a really short blade on a long, nice long handle. I'm not sure if I like the design for other people, but boy do I really like it for me, and it's fun to see something you designed be made into reality. So those are those knives. The next drawer is empty. The drawer after that is my pens. I don't have a whole lot of pens yet, but I imagine this will get filled. So right now I'm using a Max Madco pen, and then these guys are sitting in the backup. And here's the knot case. I took it out just so I could play around with how to make this work. But this is a Tough Rider Ultimate Clicky, Prometheus Alpha, and then a Quaco Sport. And the Quaco Sport is a fountain pen. Over here is the drawer of review samples. I have 3 things that are currently still in for review that haven't been shipped out or posted. This is a an Arno Bernard caper, and it came from Knife Ship Free, and it is wicked sharp and super comfy in the hand. It runs Warthog Ivory, so a Warthog Ivory handle and a Cape Buffalo sheath. The sheath is great. It's interesting how capers have sort of been repurposed into everyday carry knives because they're so small and they slice so well. This is the Malakoff Devices MDC, Malakoff Daily Carry. This is a pretty darn good little flashlight. I hate this little clip. This is the Kershaw, or the Kai USA ZT 0770. This is a great EDC knife. Oh, great EDC knife. Also in review from Knife Ship Free. Let's see what else we got in here. And that's an empty drawer as well. And then up top, we have my bigger stuff and a couple of odds and ends. I have some cases that are up there from things that I've got. We have the Gransford Brooks axe, which is a great little hatchet. We have the Becker BK9, which, oh, look at that. That thing's gotten a thumping. It's been fine. And then we have the Leatherman Leap that belongs to my son, and that's it. So there you have it. There's the collection as of December 2000. 14, and it's all loaded up in the Gerstner chest, and I love the Gerstner chest. So when you get a chance, just comment in below, and some of the stuff that's not up for review will be up on the website soon. Thanks.